Hey everyone, my name is Jamie. Welcome to my channel. On here, I'll be focusing primarily on dividend investments, dividend companies, and when I get to it, which should hopefully be in the next couple of months, once I sort out all these little bits and bobs, have my dividend portfolio up and running, which I'll be running through the Robinhood app. A bit about myself. For 10 years, I was working and I was putting my savings every month into a savings account with the bank back in the UK. And I earned absolutely no money on it. Don't get me wrong, they were taking that money and they were using it to invest in other things. But for me, I wasn't actually earning much whatsoever. And it sucked because when you're younger, you're taught that investing in the stock market and things like that is bad and you'll lose your money because it won't work. And I'm sure that some people have. But honestly, I mean, you're going to be better off doing that from what I've seen than investing your money and just holding it in a bank account. So I'm going to run through, over the last few months, I've had the time really to focus on watching videos. And for me, I found I fell into dividend investing purely because I was sat there one day and I was like, how are people making money off their money? How are they making their money earn more money? Because I wasn't earning anything on mine at the time. And I fell down a rabbit hole on YouTube into people uploading videos of their dividend journey and what they were doing and what they were investing in. And for me, I have to be able to see something to understand how it works. That's how I learn. So for me, watching those videos was perfect because I could see that somebody was putting $1,000 into a company. And then at the end of the month or 3 months later, they had a dividend payment come in. And all they did was they just put their money into a company, bought some stocks, became a shareholder, and they were rewarded for doing so. You just wouldn't have that if you opened up a bank account, or if you would, it would be a very small amount. So for me, I just kept watching the videos. I'm super grateful for people that actually uploaded them because I'm pretty sure I've watched almost every single one now. And it built my knowledge up and it made me more confident for when the time's right to actually open my dividend account. Which I will be investing $250 a week into dividend stocks. And I'm going to be documenting it with videos every single week on the growth, what I've invested in, being 100% transparent. Because honestly, if it wasn't for people doing these videos, then I wouldn't. Then I wouldn't be doing this myself. So if you're interested in that and that's something that you want to see my journey when I get it going on how I will make my money, hopefully generate more money, then like and subscribe my video, follow my channel. And that's what I've seen at the moment is very much a community of people that are trying to help each other out. So if I can help somebody out when the time's right, that'll be perfect. But for now, I'm just going to run through a stock that I would love to add to my portfolio as soon as I can, given that the current state of the stock, which is Bank of America. I mean, for me and my wife, we're Bank of America customers. We have been really satisfied with the service that we've received. I mean, they've always been there to offer great advice on credit that's good for us, not so much that won't really put us in danger down the line or anything like that. The customer service has been great. We both have the app, which is perfect because honestly, I don't like too many bells and whistles. I love the fact that I can fire up the app and it basically says you have this much money and that's it, which is perfect for me. I don't want to get too complicated with things. And a lot more people are using that. I think last year, was it billion or several billion people logged into the Bank of America account. I mean, that's only going to go up. And the fact that you can't really take a day off anymore to go into the bank to ask a question or whatever, like the resources online are so good. So looking at the price now at $35, I see the amount of people that are not going into the bank in person anymore. I think that unfortunately, maybe they might shut down some branches, in which case they'll be spending less on that avenue of expenditure, so the profits could be higher. But at the moment, this is what's really appealing to me with Bank of America is the fact it's $35 a share. And if you have a look here on the 52-week range, they actually had a low of about $29.50 and a high over the 52-week period of $50. So the fact it's only $35 at the moment, it's a bank that, let's be honest, I can't imagine it going down anytime soon. It's always going to be around. And hopefully there's a lot of people out there that enjoy the service of Bank of America as much as I do. The only thing with Bank of America which I think I'm okay with if I was to invest, is the fact that it has a dividend yield of 2.5%. Now, when I build my dividend portfolio, I ideally want to be between above 4%. So by having Bank of America in the portfolio, there's not a huge portion, but there's a portion that I'm comfortable with keeping my overall dividend yield above 4%, then that's perfect. But this for me isn't just going to be bringing the dividends in and it's going to have no growth. If we have a look here on the dividend section on Seeking Alpha, and you come on. My Verizon is terrible. Here we go. Basically, they pay 2.5% while it loads, and they're a quarterly paying stock, and they pay 21 cents a quarter. So 21 cents a quarter. I mean, at $35, you could buy a handful of those shares, and you'll be getting $1 back every quarter. So overall, over the year, they pay 88 cents a share. Their payout ratio is 26%. So effectively, like 74% of their profits are being reinvested back into the company, which is amazing because down the line, I plan on holding stocks for years. If I bought 10 shares of Bank of America at $35, I don't want to get 10 years down the line and find out that it's $20 and I can't sell it, or I could, but I would sell it for a loss, which I think is kind of out of question when you start doing this. So the fact that they're investing 74% of their profits back into the business to grow it is a great sign for an investor. And the 5-year growth rate on the stock is 23%. So 23% down the line, I sell it and I make 23% back on that stock price. That's perfect. But that's not it. I mean, I haven't just made money on that stock price, on the increase in the stock price. I've also made money on the dividend. And if you look there, the dividend growth has been increased by over 6 years, which is perfect. So if we go on to the NASDAQ dividend history here in Bank of America, we can see that just like Seeking Alpha had on their page, they pay 88 cents a share, dividend yield of 2.51, and a PE ratio of 10.6. Now, 10.6, the PE ratio basically means that if I was to invest for every $10.60 I invest into Bank of America, I'll be getting $1 back, which is perfect. It's not too high. I think Apple's 28 on their PE ratio, but then it can go up if it's a growth stock and things. That's something I need to look into. Again, like I've said, I'm a beginner in the game. But if we have a look here, so they said on Seeking Alpha that they increased the dividend yield, dividend growth over 6 years. So at the moment, it's currently 22 cents. which went up 1 cent from the last with this increase. So it was previously 21 cents. Oh, they put up the increase in September. Cool. So if you're a Bank of America shareholder, you'll get an extra 1 cent a share. So it's 21, and then in early 2021, it was 18 cents a share, and then it was 15, 12, all the way down to 1. So I think it's a solid stock, and it's one I really feel comfortable adding to my portfolio in the future. So yeah, if you want to follow my journey when I get it all up and running, please do. If this one person can entice them to invest into dividends, perfect. But yeah, so